Yo, what's up, peeps, man? It's your boy King, NBA 2K19. So, since this game has come out, there's two major issues. There's actually three. One of them is foot planting, but I'm actually very confident that this will be cleaned up within the next couple of years. So, I'm not too concerned about that. The main two that I talk about the most is artificial intelligence and translation of difficulty. And these are the two things that I'm most concerned about, is because there's a very real chance that it's going to take a very long time for these two things to be cleaned up. You know, technology, the tech isn't there yet, right? They don't have like they don't have like the philosophies down to be able to program this AI, to be able to play in such a way that's gonna really keep up with a human without cheating. You know what I mean? So these are the two things that I'm really concerned about, man. And because if these two things are cleaned up, then we got an amazing basketball game on our hands, right? Because pretty much everything else, there's some minor issues and stuff like that, but pretty much everything else, you know what I mean, is basketball. This game has the moves. This game has like the principles of basketball down for the most part. A lot of it comes from, like I said, translation of difficulty and artificial intelligence and band-aid fixes to try to cover up those things. But make no mistake, this game does have the fundamentals of the game in place. It's just whether they decide to use them or not, based on how smart the AI is, or what time it is in the game, or are they going to throw all that out of the window because of the time of the game, right? Now, one thing about this game is, and this is the reason why this is the reason why people transitioning from NBA 2K over to NBA Live have they usually have a hard time, and it's the animations in this game. I've said it a couple of times before. This particular game just looks more like the game of basketball than NBA Live. Now, there's gonna be some people that disagree, and that's mostly NBA Live fans. Like, I'm an NBA Live fans, but this is coming from a guy who loves both series, right? I'm not just hopping on the NBA Live bandwagon just because I don't like 2K. That's the word. Those are the worst type of people to pay attention to. I don't hate either of these games. I love both of these titles. I've been playing these games since before a lot of these kids even thought to pick up, a game on a console. I've been playing NBA Shootout 2004, NBA, the original NBA 2K, 2K1, 2K2, of course, NBA Live 2002, NBA Live 2003, 4, 5, 6. Man, come on. Like, I've been playing these games, and these kids don't understand, man. You know, uh, but when it comes time to keep it a buck, you just gotta keep it a buck. What 2K does with its mocap work, this animation, is they're amazing. Like, year after year, there's no problem with this game looking like the game of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see James Harden here take a drive, everything just looks so ridiculously smooth. Like, these are basketball principles here. You know what I mean? Like, everything's just super smooth. Like, I take the drive on Isaiah. I see Isaiah's on me. I call for ISO, right? Take the drive on him. It's contact, but James is, powering through, of course, because it's Isaiah Thomas. You know, now Joker has to make a decision. He has to, so he steps up here. And I see Clint's right there, and I throw the lob. That's just basic basketball, right? That's just basketball playing out as basketball should play out. And this is how this game typically looks when the AI is not trying to change the landscape of the game artificially, you know. And this is the reason why people tend to play this game and over NBA Live, and it's because the animations, and it's because the principles of basketball are put in place. They're just being skewed by artificial intelligence, and translation of difficulty, right? Now, NBA Live, man, I want to see NBA Live come up more than anybody, like more than anybody, period. Like, I want to see this game come up. I still play NBA Live quite a bit. I was actually playing NBA Live before I even booted this up, right? But what I want to see is, and I know it sounds crazy, but NBA Live is really gonna have to do something about these animations, about what they're doing, and if they're even doing mocap work. I know they're doing mocap work, but I think the game is presented with a lot of computer generated animations, right? I think they really need to clean up the animations in that game if they wanna grow, if they want to get that install base. They really need to clean up on these animations, because this is what you're looking at. When you boot this game up, you're going to be looking at the graphics, you're going to be looking at the animations, how the game is in motion. This is what you're going to be looking at. And that's what draws people in for the long run, okay? You know, we're dealing with casual basketball fans a lot of the times. They don't care about, you know, how these pick and rolls are playing out, dude. They don't care about location of the passes, you know, keeping the ball away from defense. They don't care about that stuff, man. They care about how this game looks on their 4K flat screen TVs, man. And you know, in 4K, this game looks really good. You know, it's also the graphics. The graphics also look really good in this game. The only reason people say otherwise because of fucking lighting. Like, you know, the lighting is terrible in this fucking game. But when we're talking about player models, if this game were to adopt the lighting system that NBA 2K14 had, that would be GG. This would be the best looking game on the PS4 and the Xbox. And that would just be hands down. You know, the lighting here is bad. And that's the reason why, you know, it kind of harpers on the graphics, and that's why people always look to NBA 2K14 as one of the best looking basketball games on the market. It wasn't actually. The player models weren't all that good. The cyber faces weren't all that good. The lighting was excellent, and lighting takes a game a very long way. You see from WWE 2K17 to WWE 2K18, the graphics was a major jump, and the only thing they really did was improve and change the way the lighting system worked in that game. So, you know, this game, you know, as much shit as I give this game, you only see me complaining about two things because there's only really two major issues in this game. If those things got cleaned up, I would never, I would not be here making these videos, man. Like, I would not be making these videos. If translation of difficulty and artificial intelligence was on point, I would be having way too much fun playing the game to record videos, man. You know, that's simple. This game has pretty much everything else down, and it should because it's been out. You know, this thing ever since they've been going strong since 2K, since 1999. Dude, they've been going strong. You know, putting these damn games out, improving. You know, and that's what it is. You know, and the casual community has come in, and you know now this game is going further and further away from sim. But you know one principle that they stick by and they understand. They understand that this game has to look and animate well. You know, and this is the reason why they keep the fan base. You know, let NBA 2K slip up on the animations. You know what I mean? Let them slip up on the animations. Let them slip up on the way the game looks in motion and all this stuff. Because even with all the sliding and stuff, the game still somehow doesn't look terrible in motion. You know, when you put this thing going, you know, the front room on a nice size TV, you let it run, you know, and casual observers of the game, you know, walking looking, they gonna definitely mistake this for a game that you would see on TV. You know, it's always been like it's been like that since these games hit Xbox 360, man. You know, so NBA Live really needs to figure out what they're gonna do about these animations, man. Now I'll play it. See, I'm not talking about me. I'll play it. Like I don't really give a damn that much about the animations. You know, I do, but it's not enough to stop me from playing the game. You know, there's some things about NBA Live that I really like, and it's enough for me to play the game. You know, NBA Live is lacking in a lot of game modes. Like I tell people, NBA Live is in a very primitive stage because it took off in NBA with NBA 2 in 2010. This was right before NBA 2K11. They had a launch party for NBA Elite 11 and everything. Canceled the fucking game. Took 3 years off. Didn't release a product to 2013. You know what I mean? Like, and this is an uphill battle. You just simply cannot do that with a game like NBA 2K that's pumping these damn things out every fucking year. And despite what people may think, they are improving on a lot of the things year after year. This is not your typical uh year after year sports franchise, dude. Like there's always some notable improvements in this title. You know, uh, I'm gonna talk shit about them because I want to see this game strive. So I'm gonna talk crap as soon as something I don't like, and in the next time one of these videos come out, expect me to go right back to complaining. You know, but as far as like the things that I do appreciate with this title and with the games that's even came out previous is, that it still holds true. So anyway, man, peace out, peace, man. It's Boy King. Later.